Hello, this is Sabina at Cross Keys Crafts. Today I would like to make a little project. It's not really a card. I would like to make this like a little album. I would like to put a voucher in there and a photo. I haven't quite figured that out yet because I've never made anything like that before. But one thing I did know was I wanted to use this new die set by Lou Collins from her textures range. And as soon as I saw that online, I thought I need to have that. I rarely nowadays have FOMO, but I got the fear of missing out and I ordered it. And I was a bit miffed yesterday when I found out it's already 60% off the price of Craft Stash. I don't know what price it will be by the time I post this video, but anyway, it was at a good price point, and I love this and I know I will use it many times, and this is why I ordered it. So we've got the toadstool set here. This is 6 dies. So you've got the ones for the background, and the top is a layering die. And then you've got the squirrel that comes in quite a few pieces. It took me a while to figure this all out. I've already cut the pieces. I will show you that in a moment. And the hedgehog, and then you've got the flower. You've got the leaf here, and with the acorn I was a bit surprised that's only one die actually. I actually counted the pieces, making sure I wasn't missing one. So you have to ink that up. I'll show you that as well. And you've got the tree stump, and that's 2 dies there as well. So yeah, I think this is just gorgeous. And yeah, I have die cut the base pieces here in like a cream coloured cardstock. And one thing I've already done is I used my blending brush that had still a bit of the vintage photo on it, and I just inked up a bit on the bits that I will show underneath this top layering die, just to give it a bit of dimension. And I did the same with the hedgehog, just where it will show. And I think this is what Lou Collins did as well in her video, and I think this will make quite a difference. So the other thing that Lou Collins did though in her video, she used patterned paper. I just used plain paper. It's really, yeah, it's like a thin cardstock. It's not complete paper. I think it's just like 160 GSM. And I've already, with a red one, because it was really, really bright, and it still shows very bright on my camera here actually, I've already gone round a little bit, also with a vintage photo, and also a little bit with my truffle, which is darker brown. But I also wanted to create the look of pattern paper, so I got this stamp out here, and that's just script a bit. I think it's a bit like a mix of encyclopedia pages, and there's also a little plant. But rather than stamping this all over, I want to stamp this a bit randomly, and I have chosen an ink. This is the Elements Paprika that is close to the red, because I don't want this to be too bold, but I just would like this to add a bit of interest to that. And as you can see, I haven't even mounted it on something. I'm just going to go in like this, just picking it up, and then I'm just going randomly on here. I'm just inking up another bit. One thing I don't want to have, actually, is, I don't know if the camera picks it up, is the oval shape of the ink pad. So I'm really just pressing this down here and just going in with the rest now. Just pressing a bit. I think I would like that leaf to appear somewhere. And this is also quite nice because you've got quite a large area here on the tail. So just pressing this down there and down there. Yeah, I think it needs a bit more of that. I think the second generation doesn't really work with this. Obviously this is the like a pigment ink. Sorry, it says premium dye ink. It's not like the VersaFine, so, but this is intended by me. If you want more for it to show more, you need to go in with like the VersaFine Clear. So let me just pick this up to the camera. So that's all I have on there now. So just a bit of interest, and I'm doing the same off camera with this one here. and because it's like a chocolate brown, going in with a truffle, and hope that will show enough. And then I want to go, I've done a bit of vintage photo, but I'll show you again how you can create some depth around the edges. And this time I'm actually using the truffle because it is a bit darker, so I'm just testing it here on some scrap paper, and just from the side I'm just going along like this, and it doesn't look like you're using much, but it makes quite a difference. Don't go directly from your ink pad onto this, just test it on the side or put it into the lid and just come round all the areas here. Even going a little bit in just to take away of the harshness. Again, I'm not quite sure how much you can see that with the glare coming from the window, but it's really, really nice. So as I said, I'll do the same with this piece for the hedgehog, and then I'll show you quickly how to colour in the acorns. Before I colour the acorns, I just want to use the remainder of the truffle on the brush to just ink up the sides of the toadstools. I don't want to do the top. Well, I could actually do the bottom bit, but the top I really want to be white. So really just a hint going in from the side, maybe a bit more at the bottom. Again, I could have used the vintage photo. Can you see? It's really just a hint, and I can actually pick this one up as well, this ink, because I've got a laminated sheet underneath, so that ink is still ready there for me to use. Now I'm going to put a bit more on the bottom because that will ground them a little bit. It's just fine. So for the acorns, I've cut them from craft cardstock, and I just have a stencil brush here. So I will just pick up the truffle ink and we'll just go in at the top. Obviously you could use alcohol markers if you wanted to, but I want to stay within this sort of media, and then I think that's enough. I know you can use the die as a stencil. It's got a bit on like a strip here on the side that you could ink up, but I think this is fine for me. I might just go round the edges in a moment. Let me actually zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So one thing I had completely forgotten that I meant to do in this video is this. I said a few weeks ago in a post when I reached 1,000 subscribers that I would do a giveaway. And with me being so poorly, I'd forgotten about it a little bit. But I had a good think about this, because I don't want to advertise this giveaway. When I did the 500 subscriber giveaway, you know, I had people messaging me or commenting that I thought, you know, even for the first one, I think for the 100 subscribers, I had people messaging that I thought weren't really interested in crafting. I've already have a stain on this one. I hope it doesn't show too much. So my thought was, I really want people to be able to win this giveaway that actually follow me here on my channel and take the time to watch my videos. So, and the other thing is, I like a good puzzle or quiz, and I thought I'd do a little game with you. So and throughout this video, I will be popping in some of my letter dies. and these letter dies will make up a little word, or not, well, it'll actually 2 words, and I'll let you figure out what the word is, and I will add my email at the end because I don't want people to read your comment and then know the answer and comment on that. So you can send me the answer and then you can win a prize. I have thought about this with the postage being so high, because for the last one I send things in the post. This is open worldwide, but I thought I'll send out a gift voucher. So I thought either Amazon, because I can choose a different country for Amazon, and so you can get it for your local Amazon in your country, or if you're interested, I can negotiate that with a winner. I thought maybe one from Lavinia Stamps, because they ship worldwide. So if you're interested in using Lavinia Stamps and you win, then that would be an option as well. So before I forget, I shall do this quickly here. As I said, you figure it out. So now these need to be assembled. So Lou Collins has got a video where she shows how to do that. You basically have these bits to layer them on, and then you've got loads of little elements that you die cut in different colors. I put mine all in a tray here, so I think I will just do this off camera, not to bore you with that. So you've got white bits and then black bits that will be put on there, so lots of layering for the eye actually there, but the toadstools are really easy because all you need to do is put these on here. I think one thing I will do is I'll go around with the brown on the red of the toadstools as well. I think that would be nice. So I will quickly do this off camera, but whilst I'm thinking about this, I shall quickly do this here. And yeah, then after I've put them together, I want to create the base, as I said, like a photo album, and with a few pouches, and I'll show you how to do that. So whilst I'm assembling this, I spotted something interesting. I was just doing the eye here, and I just noticed if I want this white bit in the eye to be where it is, let me just zoom in a little bit, then I have to turn this upside down, because the right way around it's got the white bit at the bottom, and I had a little try run whether it looks as natural for the squirrel to look up, but I think I'd like to have it this way around as it is on here. So all I'm doing, first of all, I have a bit of residue paper there, so make sure you get rid of that. So all I'm doing is I'm turning it upside down, and I'm just using my bone folder to get rid of the ridges that you automatically get when you die cut. And if you do that, nobody will really know that it's upside down. I don't know how well the camera picks that up, but that's just useful to know, I think. For most of the pieces, or especially for the smaller ones, I'm using my two-way zig glue to glue these on. And for the bigger areas here, I just used a normal glue stick. Because this is paper, I didn't want to have too much liquid glue, and it would have been a waste of pen, I think, if I had gone into those areas. So that's useful to know. So I shall quickly continue this off camera. It's quite fiddly, but if you use the packaging as reference, it's not too bad. And I think once I've done this, I know where the pieces go. So as I said, I'll quickly do this off camera and then restart on the card base, or rather the album base. I have assembled all the pieces, but just wanted to show you this. The eye of the hedgehog. I couldn't really find a die for that. I thought at first it was this piece here that is the center of the flower. But once I've cut everything, there was no remainder. There's this one here that makes the nose of the squirrel, and there's this round one here. So I just cut this die again that makes these little pieces. And I have put a piece of white paper behind here just to fill this in. And I have put what I thought was a squirrel nose here. And I put it at the bottom. I didn't want to have it at the top as it is here. But I don't really like the look of it. The reason why I placed it in there is to have the same level as this cardstock here now, because I'd like to put another of the round ones on top, which is the same as the nose one. I just wanted to quickly show you this. So I'm placing my glue down there, and I've got my pickup tool. I'm going to link to that below. I find this really, really useful. I've got a wax one, but that always leaves some residue. So I can just put this on here now. And I think I might go over this with a white gel pen afterwards. But I think this is so much cuter than it actually shows here. But yeah, I don't care where my hedgehog looks up to. But yeah, or whether he looks down. I think this is really, really nice. So yeah, I'm just cleaning this up now here. So I've done my toadstools, I've done my tree stump, and I've done 2 flowers that are still drying on the side, because the little stem, I had to put that on with my quick grab glue. The glue pen was too fine for that. The glue pen, it just kept sticking on my surface here. So as I said, I quickly clean this up, and then we start on the album. So it's been a few hours. I took a little break from crafting, but I thought I better get this finished now. I have in the meantime cut 4 panels. These are 5 by 7 inches. You can choose as many panels as you like. I just want a front and back and 2 pages in between. At first my idea was to create a flap here on the side and glue these together, but I found, because this is quite heavyweight cardstock, I reckon that's about 280 GSM, I decided to create my hinges just with some brown paper. This is the thinner one, which I think is about 160 GSM. So this is 5 inches long, and this is an, let me just check that again so I don't tell you. Yeah, it's 1.5 inches wide, and I've scored this at 1/4 inches gaps to create the flaps, basically, for in between these pieces. So the more pages you add, the more flaps you need. You need 2 flaps per page. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make these into valley and mountain folds. So basically creating a concertina. And I've just chosen this brown card. You could use some patterned card. If you have some thinner craft cardstock, you could use that. Burnishing this properly. So my idea was that this now allows me to adhere the pages to it. So I can either put the first page on the flap here, put the glue on here, and put it like this and have it as a feature on the outside. I think I quite like the look of that. Or you can put it behind this, but I think I will have it as a feature here. I'm using my quick grab glue for that. I find this the easiest. I just want to show you how you adhere the next one. The next one can then go on this flap here. Let me just zoom in for you so you see what I'm doing. And then the next one can go on here, and the last one, I think, again, I could either put it on the inside or the outside. I think I will decide when I get to that. So that's my idea. And I'll quickly do this off camera again, because it will need a few minutes to dry, so I don't want to make this video too long. I just realized I should have had another 2 of these flaps, because this at the moment only holds 3 of these pages, but it doesn't matter. I'm just putting this one on here, and then I will create another piece that I will just fold over. I'll show you that in a moment. The important thing when you glue these down is that you align them, make sure they are straight, and that the others were easy because you just press them into the fold, but you don't want these to be too wonky. So just press it down like this. You see, so they finish there. And now I'm cutting another strip. I might even go a little bit wider. So I need a strip that is a 1/4 inch there, 1/4 inch on the back. And then I need something for the thickness of this, which is about 7/8. I might just wing this. I'll have a look, and I just cut the strip and then I'll show you how I'm going to measure this. I have cut a strip that is an inch wide there, 5 inches long, and I have just scored it here at 3/8, and I'm turning it round and I'm scoring it at 3/8 again. I think this will give me enough thickness in the middle, and it's also a bit wider on the side to basically cover that strip on the front and then create an even back. So I'm just folding this. Just testing as whether it's too thick now in the middle. Oh, could have gone a little bit thinner. So what I'll do again is I'll just score it again. So forget about my measurements. So rather than scoring it again at 3/8, I will score it at 1/2. And the score line I have created before, I can rub that out a little bit with my bone folder if I turn it over from the other side and just go over it with my bone folder, because it will go on the back anyway. So just making sure I'm now folding it on the right line. I hope you can see what I'm doing. It's a bit dark now. So just showing you this close up so you can still see it a little bit, but I'm not too fussed about that. The neater side will go on the front. I could cut it down a little bit, but I just leave it as it is on the end, on the back. I might also put another panel or some decorations on the back anyway. So I quickly glue this down as well with my quick wrap glue, and then I'll show you how we decorate the front and the inside. The glue has nearly dried now, so this is how the album opens, and I think this is really nice. And this is the bit on the back. I don't mind it being a bit wider. I think this is fine. So for the front, I know I definitely want the squirrel, and because he's looking up, I thought it would be nice if I had some of these acorns here at the top and maybe just a few leaves. I won't glue this down now because you don't need to watch me do that. I also thought about putting the recipient's name down here. I think that would be nice. So I shall do this off camera. The things I have planned for the inside, I would like to put a picture frame in here, and obviously you can also decorate this side. I will just decorate the right hand sides here. And when I was looking through my patterned cardstock drawer, I found these bits here. These are pieces of wood grain cardstock that I created myself in a video, and I'm going to link to that below. And I thought definitely this here would be nice, and also this one, to create a simple photo frame. And my idea is to just cut another layer of cardstock for here, there and there, and put it behind, glue it behind, and then have basically the top open for me to slide a photo into this. And I want to embellish this here with the toadstools, maybe even with that here, but I don't know yet. And the other idea I have, just talk you through this, I don't need to show you this, is just create a little pouch from this. What I want to do here is just put, same as before, a little strip here, but this can just be some glue tape, or as I said, like before, I just have loads of scrap cardstock. I can create a little pouch here, and then I would like to put a little tag in here with a self-made voucher for like a treat. So next time I see the friend, we can go out for coffee and cake maybe. And if I like popped it on this side, then the hedgehog, for example, could look at that. And then I've got one more page, and I'll have a think about what I do there. Maybe another trade, maybe I use this one. I don't think I need to show you how I glue this all down, so I shall do this off camera now, and then just flip through the album when I have finished and talk you through what else I have created. So my album is almost finished. I just wanted to show you this. As I said, I will put the recipient's name on here, so I'm not showing that here. She might even follow me on YouTube, I'm not so sure. I just wanted to show you, I used the liquid glue, the Cosmic Shimmer, and it does leave a few bumps in the paper, so keep that in mind. But I found when I used the glue stick, it wasn't gluing it down properly, so I had to put a bit more here. So keep that in mind if you work with paper. I also used my white gel pen and just put a little line on these acorns, and I think that makes such a difference. So on the first page, as planned, I stuck down this frame. I have got a second layer of cardstock just at the bottom here on the side, so the top is open and I can put a picture in here afterwards. I haven't glued down the toadstool on here, obviously, just on the frame, so that doesn't interfere with that mechanism. And at first I had the toadstools down here, and then I realised the tree stump fit underneath quite nicely, so I'm quite pleased with that. So this has got the pouch for the voucher here. This one, the hedgehog, I just glued down here. I cut like a ticket die here, and again I put just some cardstock around here, but I didn't measure it properly, so I had to cut down the ticket on either side. I put a little ribbon here on the top, just tied it so I can write my personal voucher on there, and that can just go in here, and obviously when the recipient gets it, she will see that she has to pull that out. And on the last page, I just stuck this panel in. This is the leftover bit from the inside here. I have cut, this is all, by the way, the frame is cut with my nesting dies, and I've just cut a smaller piece, and I can write a personal message on this and glue this down. But I want to write the message first before I glue this down, just in case I make a mistake. And I just put the third toadstool here and another acorn I had cut. So I was thinking about putting some more here. I might do some extra stamping, but I really don't want to decide on that now. And the back, I think I just leave as it is, blank. And yeah, it's my first album I've made of this kind. I really like this because you've got a bit more space than you normally have in a card. And when the recipient gets it, I'm sure she will like this. And yeah, I like this too, and if you do as well, you might want to give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of what I'm creating, you might want to subscribe to my channel. I'd be very happy about that. And in this video here at the end, I will put my email address at the bottom, so that when you have found out the riddle here with my letters, you can send me that password or the solution and get entered into the draw. I will be posting this soon. I think though I'll probably do the 31st of December, thinking about this. It gives you 4 weeks to send in the word, and I will do the draw in the new year then. I think that'll be fair on everyone. And yeah, I'll be curious to see who actually watches this video if I'm not advertising that this is a big giveaway, because as I said before, I would really love my subscribers who actually watch me frequently to have a good chance at winning the voucher. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video.